Hey guys, Alex here from Hammond Ironworks, and today I will be working on the dog bone knife that he sent me. Now this is how I got it from him. He has obviously done some hand sanding work to it. The bevels are established, false edge is established, and actually the bevels are almost almost sharp. I think with one or two passes with a stone and this sucker would be ready to kill. But it's just about ready, except for this handle here. Now, I need to make a guard. Well, I don't technically have to. I can make it however I want, but I want to put a guard on this. And for the guard material, where did I put it? I have this chunk of copper. Now, I believe this is straight, pure copper, whatever you want to call it, I guess. And this is some thick stuff. It's no joke. I picked this up down at Disney World, I guess we call it. And this is a 1/16 over quarter, so this is 5/16 inch thick by 1 1/4. And this is a 2 foot long bar. And actually, I have two pieces identical to this. It was a 4 foot long bar, and then I was like, well, it's so expensive, I think maybe I'll just buy half of it. And so I had him cut it in half, and I decided, you know what, when am I going to see this again? Now, obviously, I can probably find something similar to this, but at much higher prices. So I have 4 foot of 5/16 by 1 1/4 inch copper, and this will make a fantastic guard. Now, obviously, it's not shined up. It's been sitting at the scrapyard for a while, and it's been in my shop for a couple months now, but you can definitely see kind of that glint. And I think I'm gonna chop off a little bit of this and use this for a guard. And then this is some wood that was sent to me by Neil Graham over at I think just Neil Graham still, but yeah, Nuclear Potato, that's what his Instagram handle is. But this will be used for the handle. I think some copper and walnut will look nice together. Not a knife maker, and I'm not an artist. Well, not a classical artist anyway. But I think they'll look pretty nice. So let's get a chunk of copper cut out and ready to get fitted up. Alrighty guys, so I just have the knife in this little sheath here, but I've been taking measurements off of right behind where the guard will sit. What's this called? No, I don't know. I'm not a knife maker. I may be one day, or at least a competent one day. I can make a knife, I guess, but I'm not a professional knife maker, and nowhere near the level of Mr. Bobby Shields. But anyway, I've taken my trusty husky calipers and scribed out kind of the markings. You can see the crosses of up and down, and then I've taken my center punch, which I have on this other anvil here, and attempted to punch straight down the center, and I think I've done an okay job. Now this is 1/32 over 16th inch, or over 1/8 inch, so it's what is that, 5/32 wide, and I think I'm going to take just slightly under an 1/8 inch to drill this out, 1/32 under, so for 3/32 drill bit to drill these out and file the rest of the way, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's really hard for me to record out here. My phone likes to die very frequently if it's not on the charger, so if I can catch it, I will. If not, my apologies. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do. Alright guys, so after 2/3 of a drill bit and quite a while, I was able to drill all these holes out. Now, a drill bit, the very tip of it snapped off in there, and I was able to drill in from the back about 3/4 of the way through, and then this one also snapped in it, but fortunately I was able just to pull this one right out. It was long enough, and I still have about 2/3 of a drill bit left, but then this one obviously didn't want to come out. It was pretty lodged in there, it was locked on, so I made a quick little tiny drift out of some mild steel, and this came in handy. I was able to punch it out. Did bend on me, but that's not an issue. I was able to free it from its domain. So there we go. We got those holes drilled out. Now, next part is to figure out what the hell to do from here. So yeah, I think it's time to go in because my feet are frozen. I'm frozen, and it's 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, I came out here at like 9. So I spent some time working on this little thing. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day here, and then got the forge running for some heat, and then I just picked up a diamond burr, or whatever you want to call it, from Home Depot for the Dremel, and I picked up a set of needle files because I obviously didn't have any, and I got this hole poured out, just super rough with this little doodad here. So this poured out took me, I don't know, good probably 20 minutes. But now it's on to the needle files to finish this up to get this to fit the knife. Alrighty guys, so now I have this guard fitted up. It's not perfect. You can see there's definitely some gaps here, and I'm going to be taking care of that. I picked up some advice from Alex over at Valhalla Ironworks down under. And he says that if you take a center punch and center punch all up and down the sides of the guards, it would make it kind of push the material back over, and then just a little sanding coat, and it should be a really good fit up. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. I apologize, it's a little cold out in the shop, and my phone likes to die very frequently, so I'm not recording all of this. But you guys have all seen it, and I am very much a novice knife maker. So, I'm going to be trying this, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so I'm attempting a handle burn-in. I've got it 95% of the way there, and with drill bits, I was able to get about 80%. But my drill bits simply don't hit this bottom portion, and I have about a 1/4 inch left before this seats onto the guard. And you can see back there that the guard on there has a heat sink, but the temper colors haven't even run halfway down the very tip of the tang, which I'm heating up directly with my oxyacetylene torch and the pilot light I have over there. So that's what I'm attempting to do. Again, there's really no good way to set up in this frigid cold. But again, just lighting it up, shoving it on, standard procedure. Alright, so I got this beautiful knife, this handle all finished up here. Now it may look a little kind of wonky compared to the shape of the blade, but this is a knife for me. I'm going to bring, hunting and stuff. So it's going to be a nice chopper, and it fits my hand perfectly. So that's what matters to me. I don't care if the handle looks a little bit odd, but you can see here, gap is not perfect, but it's not terrible. Considering the fact this is my first ever hidden tang fit up, I'd say I'm happy with it. So I'm going to take this blade off the handle, because I'm not sure if you can see, but there is some, unwanted stuff on the blade. Now this comes from me burning on the handle. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to bring it up to whatever the highest grit I have here is, would appear to be 1500. So I'm going to bring this up to 1500 grit. and I'll be back with you. I'll show a little clip of me hand sanding, but hand sanding is boring, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that too much. However, that's what I'm working on. Alright, so I got this bad boy nice and shiny on 800 grit. Now I can't take this off one-handed, got a vice clamp there. I have to hold the blade and undo it, but got this done on both sides, so I'm happy with it. I'm not going up to 1500, I think that's just overkill, but I think it looks great. So now it's time to put the handle on. And actually, before I put this handle on, I'm going to be sanding this bad boy down so it's nice and shiny too. Alright, so I got this bad boy not polished up, but taken to a high grit, you know, to make sure it looks good on the blade, right? So obviously this back end needs work, but when I finish sanding up the handle, this will be taken care of. So there we go. Now it's time for assembly. Alright, so I got the handle here, knife here, and the guard back here. Obviously this underside that's connected to the handle isn't super well polished. I'm not worried about that. But I picked up some new epoxy because I ran out, or I just can't find my old ones because I can't find. Oh, rats! No, never mind. Got it. Take a little top off there, but open up this bad boy. That's jammed. What the heck? Alright, so I got her fixed. Try to even it back out. A good hunk of epoxy going. I don't really need that much, but not bad to have it. Have and not need, then need and not have. Alright, cap this back off. How I do? Can't forget this Dogbone Knives pin, little paw print. Alright. As it turns out, this little lollipop stick they included is just the right size for this handle. Alright, for the tang at least. Let's get that rolling. Alright. Get ample on there. Go a little bit up where this guard's gonna sit. Alright, let's get this guard on here. Like every good fit up, have lots of squeeze out. This thing is practically a razor blade at this point, even though it's not technically that sharp. Good old-fashioned hand pounding. That was no bummer. I don't know if this is still recording. Hope it is. That was a bummer. Well, enough of that. Come back with you when I get this done. Alright, so after that tripod not cooperating, here we go. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it, there is a slight gap. Now, I figured out why there's a slight gap. And that would be because I polished, or not polished, but I sanded down the copper to be a much more refined finish. It's at about an 800 grit. I did take it to a 1500, but it really stayed about an 800. I went through the grits 120, 220, 400, 800, and a little bit on the 1500 to get some of the scratches out of it. And, well, there is a big old mess of copper over there where I was doing it. And I didn't think about, the fit up was great unsanded. Once I sand it, it becomes smaller and the fit up is nowhere near as tight. So that's something I totally didn't account for, and it's a learning lesson. My first time ever doing a fit up tang. But I still think it's going to turn out pretty good. So once it's done drying, I'll do some sanding and some of that other stuff and show you what it's looking like. So be back with you in a second. Hey guys, here we go. So here it is. Got the nice Bowie all shined up and stuff. Ready to get into some action, right? Now, all I have left to do here is put some oil on this handle, and I picked up some tung oil from the store. It's just like 15 bucks, not too crazy. Figured I'd catch that one on camera. So, give me a second. I'm gonna grab a paper towel down and get this going. Alrighty, so got me some tung oil on this rag here, and here we go. That tung oil really made this, I believe it's, I can't think of it, walnut. I believe it's walnut. So nice, dark, rich walnut contrast with this brass here. This is not the only coat of oil I'll be putting on this handle. I'll be coming back, putting another coat or two on it. Just to seep into the wood, because tung oil is a penetrating kind of wood oil. So that's something that I will be doing. But this is just what I'm doing for now. And here we have it. So I am super proud to own this knife. Now, I didn't do hardly any work on the knife other than some sanding. And I guess I heated up the tang a little bit to try and drive in this handle just to get that last little fit. And that handle fit is amazing. So I'm really happy of the handle I've put on this. Now, obviously, if you take a really close look at it in person, you can see kind of where there's some improvements that can be made. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's like a tiny minute, like I'd say 1/4 of a millimeter, almost nothing, but it's enough to see kind of the black from the epoxy. So that's a little bit irritating, but hey, I mean, it's my first ever fit up for a hidden tang knife, and this all comes from this opportunity comes from Bowie over at Dogbone Knives. I'm not sure if you can see. I don't think you can, but up on this, I got a nice little sticker up there from him, and he's a great dude. He sent me actually another collaboration knife, and I'll put a link to that up in the top right, as well as him. I'll go back through his videos and find the ones of working on this, so that'll be down in the description down below. And obviously, if you guys haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. He's a great dude. I love his content, and I love all the products he makes, and it's I'm really glad that I'm able to own such an awesome knife. Now, I'm gonna have to get some oil on this bad boy, and then I'm start working on that sheath. I did buy like $200 in more leather and leather working tools, so now I really have to make a nice sheath. I don't have to go back down to Randy's to use all of his tools, and he taught me how to make one, so I'm gonna give that give my better shot at trying to make one up here. So thank you, Bowie. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think it came out great. I hope you are proud of it. And yeah, so again, go subscribe to Bowie. Link to him will be in the description down below. If you click on the little eye icon in the top right, it should be on this side. His channel will be up there as well. Now, I haven't put a card up in any of my videos in the past couple months, but his will definitely be up there. So go check it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna go have some fun with this in the woods Maybe not right here, but going camping pretty quickly. And we're also going up to the Boundary Waters, so I might bring this. Otherwise, I might bring the other knife that we did a collaboration on. But these knives will definitely be used and put to use, and I'm proud to own them. So thank you, Bobby. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.